Hi everyone, welcome to April completed pages. I have 6 pages to show you this month. And the first one is going to come from this book. This is Fairytales coloring book by Emelie, Lidehall, Oberg. And this book I got because I'm a part of a group Buddy Color on Instagram. We used to do pages in Magic Dreamland, but then at the beginning of this year we changed to this book. And I'm really happy. It's been a lot of fun working in this book. So this is the second page that we've done in the group Buddy Color. We do one every other month, or we have 2 months to work on the page. So anyway, the group picked this page. And I think it's just very spring-like because of like the rain and obviously the flowers. So yeah, cute little girl sitting in this big bloom here. I did do a tutorial on how I did the background, kind of these raindrop bubble looking shapes there. And basically I used a Liquitex gesso for just the background areas because I wanted to use watercolor to create those little droplets, but I needed the background to have a little bit of tooth, some texture to it, so the watercolor could act like watercolor, I guess. But the only thing I didn't show you on the finished, or not the finished page, but on the video was how I ended up using white Posca and to fill in, or to fill in those black dots. So the original artwork, and you can kind of see him poking through here, but the artist did put some little raindrops like drawn in, and yeah, I was trying to cover them. I ended up covering them on when I was done with the watercolor, and then I just used the white Posca to make the little raindrops here. So everything else is, I'm trying to think if I did a base with base markers first. I don't think I did. I think I just went for color pencils, and then yeah, I made her hair red. I wanted her to stand out just a little bit. I struggled with the color of the umbrella, but I think it was a good choice. So just went with like a light pink. So kind of kept these colors all together. But yeah, I'm really happy with how the raindrops turned out. So yeah, and I say this all the time, but I think it's so cool to have a group of people all doing like the same page, because you really get to see everyone's creativity, and like there's just different color palettes. Yeah, they all turn out so cool. So anyway, that is that page. Okay, next page is going to come from Doodlers Anonymous Epic Coloring Book, and this has illustrations from over 90 different artists. It's been a while since I've colored in this book. I originally saw it on Dee Dee Willingham's channel. She's done some really cool pages in this book, and yeah, because they're all different artists, there's just, so many different looks to each page. So anyway, I was flipping through here and I was looking for a page to do for one of Jamie's Coloring Love tags that she has on her Instagram page, and it is Coloring the Movies 2024, and this month was Super Mario Brothers. So you can either kind of think of the movie or even like the video game, which obviously the movie is based off the video game. So yeah, I was flipping through here and saw all the mushrooms, and I was like, oh, this is perfect. Even her like dress with like the overalls, I was like, oh, she is going to be in Mario colors. I thought about doing this one in like Luigi colors, but I think he has green in his clothes, if I'm not mistaken. But I knew I wanted like these to be like big grassy hills, so she's colored in more of like the princess character. So, but yeah, lots of red-capped mushrooms, and even like these trees. If you remember playing the game, like one of the original games, they have these like platform trees that Super Mario like runs and jumps on and like see all the different levels. So yeah, I just thought it was like perfect. And I used water-based markers and color pencils on top. Although for the mushrooms, I think I just did the water-based markers. It looks like for the tree trunk here too. So yeah, this was a lot of fun, and the artist of this one is Ethan Dykman. So yeah, very interesting and different book. All right, next book is Fairies in Dreamland. This is by Denyse Klette, and this book and some of her other books have been some of my favorite books to color in the last year or so. So yeah, I've been trying to use more like oil pastels, and this is the book that I usually do that in. So, all right, so here is this one. And I just love the way this looks. So all the leaves, all the flowers were done with alcohol markers, and yeah, each leaf took a while because there's like I think I used 4 different colors. No, probably 5, because I used some different grays for the shading and stuff too. So anywhere between 4 and like 6 colors for those gradients and leaves. And then same with the flowers too. You know, when I first like thought of doing this page, I wanted it really simple, so I was just gonna pick like 2 colors for the leaves and then keep the flowers like all the same color. But now that I switched my mind and wanted to do some pretty gradients here, and I'm so glad I did. I think it looks really pretty. So I still kept kind of these warm reddish tone like tulips, but you know, in nature you're gonna find variety. So I did, you know, change it up, maybe added more yellow in some or more pink in some. So yeah, I think it looks nice. I knew I wanted a nighttime sky, so all of like this area is done with the oil pastel. Down here, it's just, if you've ever used oil pastel, it is really hard to be in like little tiny areas. So thankfully I was able to find a marker that was dark enough to match the oil pastel. So yeah, alcohol marker for the little fairy here, and water-based marker for all these pillows and blankets. I do more of the watercolor technique with those to keep it really kind of light and washed out, because I'm trying to keep the focus up on the fairy. So also have some glitter here in the fairy. I may have to film this over on my side table and like insert it, that way you guys can see the glitter stand out a little bit more, but I won't make you like seasick like the last one I did. So, but anyway, yeah, so white Posca for the stars, and yeah, I think just a little bit of color pencil, so not too much. You know, I use it a little bit around to highlight around the fairy, and if I needed to fill in where I couldn't reach with the oil pastel. So yeah, love this one. So that is Fairies in Dreamland. All right, next page is going to come from Rita Berman's Her Trip Around Asia. And this book, or this page that I did, every time I open this book to, you know, see if I want to do a page in here, this one page always, like, I don't want to say haunts me, but it's one that I could totally visualize in my head what I wanted it to look like. But I was so worried about messing it up because I wasn't quite sure how I could achieve what I wanted it to look like. So anyway, I finally just decided I was going to do it, stop worrying about it, and then I can like focus on other pages. So yeah. So anyway, here it is. it was a lot of fun, and I'm actually really happy with the results. There's one part that I'm not like in love with, and that's actually like I did use like a chalk pastel background for here. I wanted to look like it was in a dark room, obviously, except for the glow of the lamp here kind of hitting the cat and a little bit of her book. And then obviously you have some light from the city up here, but you know, for the most part I wanted it to look like a dark room, so I used a black chalk pastel. I'm not like in love with it, but I don't know, you'll have to let me know what you think about it. Okay, so also in this book I've been doing where each country I pick a color, and that color has to be in the color palette. So I can have a different color palette for each page in that country, but it has to have that color. So for Japan, for instance, I chose pink. These were like the first pages I colored in the book, so pink was just an easy pick because of all the cherry blossoms. So now these color palettes are obviously very similar because they're right next to each other. But you know, this one has some more teals in it, and but yeah, so this one is a little bit more vibrant, but I did add some pink in there. So yeah, I knew I wanted this to be a nighttime scene, so I can have all these little signs that are like neon and brightly lit up, but you also have that element that it's raining, and so you're going to have all these effects of little puddles of light and some different kind of glows there. So yeah, I just kind of scribbled a lot with water-based markers. Some things solid. I kept the water-based markers like really light, so more like on the pastel side. And then use color pencils, Prismacolor pencils, and kind of just splotched colors here and there, blended it out with the water-based markers, especially doing like the street area. I tried to color in the direction of where how the rain was falling. I really like the glow of the lamp, and it's just hitting a little bit here on the window frame. This, I was kind of thinking it looked like glass block, so that's how I colored it. And yeah, I'm really happy with it, which is good because now I can kind of like finally move on from this page and yeah, enjoy coloring other pages and not have to keep thinking about this one. So anyway, you have to let me know what you think. Oh, I kept all the umbrellas the same color too because I didn't want it to distract from this. Like the background is like what I wanted everyone to notice. So, all right, so that is it for that one. And all right, next page is going to be from Kerby Rosanes books, Worlds Within Worlds. And I did this page. So the backstory on this page is that I had colored this a few years ago, and I used alcohol markers for just the background. So it bled through to this page, and I'll put a picture of what it looked like, the before picture. And as you can see, you can totally see like the outline of the cheetah. I knew it was gonna bleed through, and I was okay with that because I'm really not like into dinosaurs or like outer space themes. So yeah, I was willing to sacrifice this page just so I can get the color I wanted and like the look I wanted with the alcohol markers on this page. So flash forward to this year, I ended up getting these Arrtx acrylic markers sent to me by Arrtx, and I was looking through pages that I wanted to color. I actually have a smaller set of those acrylic brush markers, and I did a whole page using just those, and I was so impressed with like how it you know, laid down, and you know, it was just like using paint. It like, you know, nice solid color, and you know, it's not very transparent. So When I was looking through this book and I saw, you know, that bleed through, I was like, oh, I wonder if I could use the acrylic brush markers and cover up that bleed through. Like, would you even be able to tell that that happened? And yeah, sure enough, like, look, you can't even tell that there was any bleed through. So the acrylic markers definitely works. They are so much fun to use because it feels like you're using markers. And if you like to color with markers, that feel of the brush and everything, you would really love these kinds of products. So the tip is just like, you know, an Ohuhu brush tip marker. The ink flows really nice. You do not have to shake it or, you know, pump the tip. Yeah, they're really fun and easy to use. So, but they do cover everything, which is the good thing, but they also cover up like the black line art too. So you have to be careful on what you want covered and what you want exposed. So for me, not liking outer space and dinosaurs, I actually really love this page. It's so bright and colorful. I did do a video on kind of a review of the marker set, but I wanted you to see how I use them too. So yeah, I show you how I did the galaxy, and you know, some of the leaves, the pterodactyl. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one. So anyway, there is that. Sorry if I am talking too much for each page, but then again, I don't have very many pages this month, so it should still be a short video. All right, the next page is going to be from Kawaii Tarot coloring book by Lulu Mayo. And this is my last page for the month. So I did this one. This is Ten of Swords. Have no idea the meaning of it. I'm not into tarot, but I do love the little kawaii characters. They're so cute. I do get stuck on like coloring them though. I don't know why. Like I see so many colorists like do so many great things, but every month I pick up a book and I'm just like, oh, I don't know. I don't know what to do. So anyway, I did use the acrylic brush markers again for the background and for the rain. I used water-based markers for a base for the little stand here. I did use it in the clouds, and then color pencils for shading to get some more like cloud effects there. A silver gel pen for the swords, and I believe, oh, a marker for the background. So yep, a very bright and colorful. I guess I had a rain theme going on this month too. I think I have like 3 or 4 pages with rain in it. So, all right. Well, that is it for this month. Thank you so much for checking out my channel and my pages today. So I hope you are all finding time to color, and I wish you a good month, and I will see you next month. Thanks everyone. Bye.